Let me give a quick shout out to Shamzilla at Shamzilla Hot Seat Boxing. I see you, my G. Keep doing what you do. All right, man. Somebody need to have the WBA looked into. Because they're making a mess of stuff, man. I mean, look, it's bad enough they done basically let Manuel Charles hold that belt for like 3 years. I don't even think he defended it yet. But they stripped Manny Pacquiao for not defending it over the last 2 years, or almost 2 years, or however long it's been. But anyway, Team Pacquiao did come out with a statement and saying on January 29th of this year that without any advance notice or warning, the WBA announced that it had designated Manny champion in recess, while promoting regular champion Yordenis Ugas to super champion status. Pacquiao recently petitioned to reclaim his WBA super championship status, but he was recently denied by the sanctioning body. He argued that Ugas hadn't fought since winning the WBA regular welterweight title on September 6, 2020. Now, that's a decent amount of time, but it's still roughly like 8 months, something like that. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We halfway through July, so we talking 9 months. But at the same time, with Pacquiao, you're talking at this point, you're talking 2 years. 2 years, a month and a half, right? Because he fought Keith Thurman back in May of 2019. So that's still like a much more significant time space than what you're talking about with you guys. I don't know. It can be a little weird when it comes to the WBA. I mean, like, look, they let Manuel Charles sit on that regular WBA title for over 3 years. I think just recently they moved Trevor Bryan to like WBA interim champion, and I'm not sure if they stripped Manuel Charles or not. But I don't know. Like I said, they're weird when it comes to enforcing their little policies or whatnot when it comes to defending your title. But anyway, back to what Team Pacquiao had reported. It says, "I can tell you what, Manny didn't receive due process and respect," said Sean Gibbons, president of MP Promotions. "It took 2 years to get the world title belt he earned inside the ring by beating the undefeated super champion Keith Thurman. Hell, Manny only received that belt on Saturday. The WBA never inquired about Manny's title defense plans. The WBA never warned Manny's super champion status could be in jeopardy. The WBA never informed us that Manny had been designated its champion in recess. We had to read the WBA press release on that on the internet. And speaking of Keith Thurman, the WBA had no concern about his lack of activity when he went over 22 months between title defenses. Danny Garcia on March 4th, 2017, and Josito Lopez on January 26, 2019. Now, I will say this. I understand the comparison with Keith Thurman, but at the same time, we knew what was going on with Keith Thurman. We knew Keith was dealing with injuries at the time. We knew Keith had to have surgery. I think it was in a car wreck or something like that at that point. Can't remember. Keith suffered a bunch of injuries over the last 4 or 5 years. But we knew he had injuries that kept him sidelined. We knew that. With Manny, it's a little different. You got the age factor, whether you kind of don't know whether he was going to retire or not. Then you also have the fact that he's a senator over in the Philippines, and he's running for president from what they're putting out. So you don't really know what kind of schedule Manny's going to have available to him. So I can understand them putting him in the position that they put him in. But now, do I think it's fair that he does actually have a fight scheduled, and it's probably the biggest fight you can make in the welterweight division? Should with all that being said, should that WBA belt be on the line, super belt? Yeah, it should. But now, is that fair to Ugas? I would say it is, because he didn't win the belt in the ring. Now, I can see if If they stripped Manny of the title, he had to fight for it, and he won. That's one thing. But basically, you hate to say this, but received an email or whatever saying, "Hey man," or a phone call saying you the new champ. I don't really care for that either. But with that being said, I still think they made the right decision. Because they'll look crazy and probably lose credibility, and the Most High knows they've done enough stuff to lose credibility, but they'll lose even more credibility if they basically play hot potato with the belt by snatching it from Manny, giving it to Ugas, then giving it back to Manny. At this point, you got to stick by your guns. You gave the belt to Ugas, so Ugas is indeed your super champion. Now, if they want to claim Manny Pacquiao as their regular champion, so be it. But at this point, I think they even shifted that to somebody else. Jamal James or somebody like that. I can't remember. But that's pretty much all I got this here busting boxes on. Fight Doctor, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, do you think Manny Pacquiao should be reinstated as the WBA super champion, or do you think they made the right move by keeping Ugas as the champion? To me, it's kind of tough. I can see it going both ways, or could have gone both ways, but at the end of the day, you look kind of crazy by switching it back and forth. But that's pretty much all I got this here busting boxes on. Fight Doctor. I am